But your mama them know. Watch that little bitch, little hoe. This that Kalloway show. This that Kalloway show. But your mama them know. Watch that little bitch, little hoe. This that Kalloway show. This that Kalloway show. This that Kalloway show. This that Kalloway show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first season, episode 1 of the Kalloway Show. Today, we've got some very special guests and potential series regulars in here to talk about everything under the sun for current events in the language and the aspect diaspora coming from the youth of this era.
What a vocab.
Yeah.
What a great introduction.
So we're gonna hand down who's in here. My name is Kalloway. I'm a recording artist, producer, actor. I do all that stuff and the host of the Kalloway Show. Kiki, you guys introduce you guys yourself. Kiki.
I'm Kiki, also known as Kyanna. I'm an actress as well. I also am an entrepreneur, investor, trader, and kind of a Jill of all trades.
There it is.
Boom, and not Jack, but she Jill. I go by the name of Spyda. I'm a talent manager. I'm in marketing, entertainment. I do photography, a little bit of everything on the digital side as far as that goes. And yeah, that's what I'm on.
I'm Aregeigh at World Famous Aregeigh. I do music, producer, engineer, DJ, vocalist, all that.
All right, y'all. So let's kick it off. Since this is our first episode, we're gonna do a little bit of an icebreaker. So, originally I was gonna make this time, but I'm not gonna do it time. We're just gonna make this rapid fire. So basically, it's called hella easy questions. Y'all know I'm originally from Elk Grove, California. Hella. This one we're gonna start with actually with you, Latrelle.
Yay.
Mr. Spyda.
That's good.
So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can't have any hesitation between any of them. If we're going to have Kelvin backstage. We're going to get you. You count how many people are getting them right, so we can determine a winner. So this is between all three of you guys. All right? Are you ready?
You said it's hella easy. I gotta be ready.
It's hella easy, bro.
That's good. Go ahead.
All right, you guys ready? All right, starting now. What is the capital of California?
Sacramento.
Who is the sun? What is the sun a star?
Yes.
What's another word for cacao?
Coco. What the fuck?
The baby is currently in a relationship with what artist?
Danny Lay.
How many planets in the solar system?
9.
What is today's date?
June. Damn. MLK Day. It's MLK Day. Damn it. I said June. I'm hella crazy.
How many seasons are in a year?
4.
What month does summer start?
June.
Who is J-Lo engaged to?
Aaron Rodriguez.
Who's Oprah's best friend?
Dr. Phil.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, you got like 4 of them wrong, huh? How many to get right? Wait, you have it on your phone? The answer's on your phone too if you want to check them out.
Counted. I got 7 over there, okay?
We got 7? All right, cool.
Can't believe
It's a
you.
C.
Who's next?
It's a C average, nigga. I'm passing.
Who's next?
Strive for greatness.
All right, we're going to go with you, RJ. You next, all right?
All right, let's get it.
All right, and your time starts. Now, how many cards are in the deck?
52.
What colors do yellow and green make?
Don't know.
What day is Christmas?
December 25th.
Who is the current president of America?
Trump.
What is the capital of New York?
Oh shit. Albany.
How did Martin Luther King die?
Gunshot.
Finish the phrase, Miss Mary Mack.
All dressed in black.
How many seconds are in a minute?
60.
What is it called when water falls from the sky?
Rain.
What company makes iPhone?
Apple.
All right, cool. How many you get?
Hey.
Yeah, hey, all
He's
right.
smarter than me.
Those are really easy.
Yeah.
Yours are kinda-
Yo, most of the time I get the shitty hand of the
Oprah's best friend. Nigga, that ain't easy.
That's Gail.
Who?
Gail.
I don't watch.
All right, Kiki, this one's for you. You ready?
Oh, okay.
All right, you ready? Finish the phrase. I got 99 problems.
But a bitch ain't one.
Who sung the theme song for the Titanic movie?
Celine Dion.
What year did Pop Smoke die?
Last year.
Okay. What are we in? What made the pandemic? What is the reason for the pandemic?
Coronavirus.
What is the age requirement to drink in Mexico?
18.
What team does James Harden currently play for?
I don't know.
All right. What company owns Yeezy?
Reebok.
What famous artist wrote "Irreplaceable" for Beyonce?
Don't know.
How many hours are in a day?
24.
Who was Batman's sidekick?
Robin.
All right, cool. Damn.
Hey,
Neo. The answer is Neo.
I didn't know
For
that.
what?
Neo wrote Irreplaceable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's not.
What else
as
I got
easy.
wrong? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeezy.
Yeezy.
I don't know.
Adidas.
Oh, I don't know.
I was that's stuttering on them questions. though. Goodness. All right, look, we're gonna take it into some current events real quick. So the way that this show kind of works is that my friends, they come in with some topics that are current events, and we kind of just discuss, some things that we think are popular in culture right now. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is presidency and freedom of speech with this whole like Joe Biden Trump thing going right now. We got my friend Kiki in here. She's an advocate for Trump. And then we got Latrelle over here, and he's a Biden guy. But I just kind of wanted to see, like, what your thoughts are, because, with free speech being the way that it is, there was a lot of people, like, a lot of companies. There was a company that got taken down, wasn't it?
There was an app. There's actually a few apps, but the app Parler and other conservative apps that got taken off the Apple Store. Pretty much all of us conservatives are being silenced on all social media networks, getting our accounts deleted, everything. It's gone way too far to the point where it feels like communist China, and it's not. This is not America. This is not how it's supposed to be at all. Like, we should have freedom of speech, and everybody did have freedom of speech last year, and all of a sudden it's a problem now. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's kind of tries to compare the Black Lives Matter situation where people were kind of getting ridiculed and intruded by the police and stuff, into comparison to what happened at the Capitol. I mean, what are your thoughts in comparison to that? Like, how do you feel about that?
About saying about
they're comparing the Black like being treated differently, like with the raid and everything that happened.
Like if BLM would have marched to the Capitol, we would have
marched to the Capitol
with 50
Do you feel it's equal, or do you feel?
I don't feel it's anything about that. I mean, there's been plenty of. Black Panthers had marched up to the Capitol one time. Armed and everything. So I don't, and nothing happened as far as them getting shot. So that's back when things were even worse. So I don't even think it's anything as far as race goes, and anybody trying to make it like that is just making everything separated even more. And this is like the agenda of a lot of people who are trying to take control of things, is to separate everything by race, and it's not supposed to be. We're supposed to be united. This is what the United States is about, is coming together. There's not supposed to be any separation with that. So everybody thinking things is a race war here, this and that. It's really not. And they're really being distracted by really what's going on. And I just hope that people wake up from it. A lot of people are, though. You have the walk away movement, which is a lot of people who walked away from the left and the Democrat side and BLM and all that. Not saying that it's just that they've been like that all their lives, but, it's just a lot of people who have been into that, or just kind of had those same views and were liberal. And then they kind of be like, oh, no, you know what? I was actually raised conservative. Like, especially in a Black home, most of our values are conservative values that we grow up with, or even if you're foreign. So that's when people start waking up and actually realizing and looking at the things, being like, you know what, we're getting used, we're getting lied to, and it's the same stuff that's been going on. So to circle back around to what you were saying at first about the whole riots, I don't think it's anything about race at all. I think people are trying to make it like that, and it shouldn't be like that at all.
I hear that. Do you have any thoughts about your side?
Well, first of all, I don't want to come off as a Biden guy, because I'm just like the system's fucked up, and it's definitely meant to keep us down. You feel me? So what she's saying is pretty much on point. There's definitely a lot of rhetoric out there to make us feel a little bit more separated, of course. However, I do feel like they kind of use race as a what's the word? Something like carry it forward, like a ship, so to speak, right? That's the ship of their argument of why things are supposed to be like the way they are. And Donald Trump is the captain of that ship. And that's what made this whole race thing even come all about mainstream, as crazy as it is right now. You can't get on your phone without seeing police brutality. And I think that shit is sick. And there was a point in time where you were able to get on your phone on Instagram and not see police brutality. And every 2 seconds, that's all you see.
Facts.
That goes into a deeper hole.
That's a whole deeper.
That goes into a deeper hole, to be honest, about like you comparing right now what we're seeing with police and social media and stuff like that, and to even say someone's the captain of the ship, like who really isn't the captain of trying to push that racist or police brutality rhetoric at all. But the fact is, with social media and the way that technology has come, a lot of people think things are way worse than it was. But the thing is, technology is so accessible, but that now there's not a time that a police officer can make a stop without them being recorded. I do have a lot of family that is police officers and things like that, and they speak about these things. Like before, it wasn't a time where people were pulling out their phones recording. So it is technology that's making this information more accessible, as well as things going on in the world. People think, oh, it's the end of times. At the end of the day, people thought the end of times a long time ago before there was all this technology because of what was going on in their area. And it was wars, everything. They didn't know what was going on or other parts of the world. Because we're all connected more, it seems even worse, but really it's just bringing a lot of stuff to light. And a lot of stuff that's going on, just segue into like the police brutality thing, is the problem with the police departments getting defunded. I just did a project that was a short film about the defunding and serving with the social worker. So in Seattle, about a month ago in December, there was a caseworker that got killed from their client because they've been defunding the police programs and all this stuff and allowing the social workers and stuff to just handle the cases, because people are like, oh, police shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. They're not trained for this. No, it should be both of them there, because one's not trained to handle violence when it comes down to it, and that's why the police should be protected. And the police aren't there to really be able to handle a mentally ill person or whatever their issues are, why they have a caseworker, So these are the problems that are coming down to that trickle down in the department. And even when it comes to defunding, like in LA, they've been defunded. They don't even have enough money to give everybody tasers. So everybody's like, oh, why don't they tase people? Because everything's getting defunded. They don't have the proper training. You got 20-something-year-old police officers on the force without really proper training, without really any tasers. They're just giving guns. They're taking away chokeholds. They're taking away all these other preventative measures from them being everything else you do besides shoot the person. And the only thing they're kind of left with is that. So you have a 20-something-year-old police officer without really good training who's thinking about, oh, they're filming, they're doing this. You have all this stuff. They're not trained. They're not ready for this stuff. And the defunding isn't really helping. A lot of stuff is trickling down on it. And the problem is the mismanagement of the funds, which really goes into the people that...
Aren't they getting ready to start something that is like where you have to be like a college graduate to be a cop now?
I have no idea.
I hear them talking about it.
Every state is different. Every city is different as far as what they require for police officers and stuff like that. But I don't know about a college degree.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of people jumping off that force.
Right, yeah, no, I'm hearing you, and like I'm not the dude screaming defund the police, because I definitely do think we need them. However, there's obviously a way that we are treated that obviously our white counterparts are treated a little bit differently.
I feel the word defund is...
It's crazy.
Yeah, we should just use a different word. Yeah. Like there's a better way to articulate what the issue.
Elect better people to manage the money and the funds and where it's going, because we shouldn't have departments where people like the departments in different police departments that are dealing with, let's just say, rape cases and things like that. Like now they're not going to have it anymore, things like that. And even a sergeant at the North Hollywood police station told me, like, hey, we keep arresting the same people on and on because of COVID. They're just letting these people out in the streets. There's more crime in LA now. There's more homelessness. There's more this, and people are not staying in jail. They're just letting them out. So somebody can get arrested multiple times in a week and go to jail, and they're right back out. And that's a problem. And we know that.
What are they getting arrested for?
It could be anything. He said it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. They could have records and everything. They're not trying to keep people in there with everything going on with Corona and stuff like that. Like it has to be major, like
murder, right?
Yeah, but they even said that there was somebody who murdered somebody and they had let them out like in less than a month. And that's the problem. But what can you do?
Yikes.
Wow.
I'm about to rob a bank.
Well, thank you for your insight. I just wanted to make sure that I because there's so many, like, I feel like with the African American community, a lot of people were supposed to like have this thought process where, okay, well, look, you're either Democrat or you're a Republican. If you're Republican at this moment, then your views don't make sense because they're not for the culture. And, you know, it's a lot more complex than that. So I wanted to definitely make it a priority for me to bring, you know, just different types of thought processes onto the platform for people to kind of hear just how the youth feels in general. But moving forward, I want to know more about how you guys feel about the coronavirus taking over the entertainment industry, trying to work, because I know a lot of us are in entertainment right now. How is that going for y'all?
Shout out to the internet, man. I'm doing just fine.
Word.
You feel me? Shout out YouTube. We here.
I got WeTransfer. Y'all just send me WeTransfer files.
What's that like being like on the mixing side and stuff like that? Like, I mean, nothing has changed at all for you now that like sessions and stuff, people just don't care or what?
I take it into advisement. You know, I try to keep the session smaller if I'm in control over it. Yeah. And if it's mad people in there, then I kind of just like come when I'm needed. Or I just work from home.
You think like any bigger artists like ask for like, or being like extra weird about it, or do you think like it's phased?
You know, it's to each his own. Everybody has different perspective on it, and I feel like, you know, you do got to respect everybody's
artists just be lit.
Yeah, we're
lit in the studio.
Yeah,
how about you? So you say you haven't had no effects at all, Latrelle?
No, I mean like with the photography, because I do that too. So that's kind of slowed down. But like I said, I do digital marketing, so influencers have been hitting me up left and right.
So it helped.
Yeah.
So it boosted it.
Yeah, live streaming specifically too, because you know I manage live streamers. So if you need some live streaming help, come talk to me.
Hey, specialist. And how about you, Kiki? How you feel?
With everything, I mean, it sucks that it shut down a lot of stuff in Hollywood, and but I still worked. I shot a national commercial this past summer, and I just was shooting these past 2 weeks. I mean, the only thing is you have to get like COVID tested now before you go on set within every 3 to 4 days. So if you're shooting back to back, as long it has to be within 3 to 4. It's kind of annoying, like, you know, it's like, damn, I just got tested 4 days ago, right. You know, and then you still have to wear a mask on set and stuff like that. It makes no sense. Like, if everybody tested negative, you know.
It was interesting for me because I actually got more work like at the very beginning of COVID because they were trying to, like, companies like BT, they were trying to be cheaper with bigger production companies.
Back in March?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they were trying to be cheaper. So they, instead of hiring a big production company to do something, they would get like the actors to kind of produce everything themselves and pay them a little bit more money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just have them shoot and film everything and just send it back to somebody from the network. And that got me more work. So
I want to say now the dope part about it is like, if you were coming from an internet background where you're a YouTuber or you're an influencer on like IG or TikTok, it's like now you're pretty much competing with the big boys. Like, you don't have to be a celebrity. You could, you know, become a celebrity from your bedroom if what you want to do. Like the little girl that said she just talks shit and eat chips and now she popping.
Oh my gosh.
The African, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I respect it. I respect that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people learned how to get their hustle on inside their house last year. Like, if you didn't, you tripping.
I did.
Yeah,
I made my salary within a year working like from home, like basically on the internet. It's crazy.
Go, Quinn.
Yeah, 100.
And I'm that's why I'm like, nobody really needs to go to college.
Nobody needs to go to college.
We got the internet now.
Learn about taxes, real estate, and the stocks.
Just get financially, you know,
literate.
And learn stuff
and the internet,
business credit, everything. Yeah, get you a team.
So how you guys feel about Trump pardoning these rappers?
I feel like
he tried to buy the black vote.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, it doesn't do him any justice.
He tried to buy the black vote.
It doesn't do him any justice. I feel like I don't think he should pardon them just because they're rappers. I feel like you got to have a moral compass and be like, is this justifiably a reason why I should pardon somebody? Because there's plenty of people out there that don't need to be in jail, that, you know, wrongfully convicted or whatever, that probably could use a pardon. Don't just pardon them because they rappers. Like,
so what you're saying is that he said he's only pardoning rappers?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that's what it sounded like. Because I was like,
he's
that's not true.
pardoning about 100 people.
Right.
Is expected to. Right. But of those 100 people, there's a few rappers, some big name rappers like Kodak Black.
And what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want him to pardon people just because it's like, first of all, when he came into office, it low-key looked like he had the Legion of Doom in there. Like, all his homeboys got mad baby mamas, always getting arrested and everything. But they all pretty much got pardoned out. So my thing is, if you're going to pardon somebody or you're going to spend your last days in office trying to do something, pardon somebody who like
wrongfully convicted.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen.
But that has been going on this basically during this presidency for a lot of people who wrongly convicted or even been serving stupid terms for stupid charges, have been getting pardoned. But what about what about pardoning like Julian Assange or Eric Snowden and stuff like that? Like
that should have been like,
because those are the people who are been talked about on these lists as well. So and for Trump, he's been around the black community for decades. This is nothing new. So I wouldn't really go as far to think like he's trying to blind the black vote or anything.
Yeah, well,
by
I
just
get that.
doing
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, it's too late for the black vote, but
but people will say that, and that's how people make things about race too. When it comes to something, when he's never bowed down to to not showing any black people any love or anything. I mean, shoot, black people weren't even allowed in country clubs until he started allowing them. And one thing I'll tell you, a lot of other white people don't like white people who support black people. That's the truth. And there's a divide between them.
Trump allowing black people in country clubs?
He did. He was the first. It was the first to allow them to. Look up and years ago, especially if you start following me on Instagram and stuff like that, you'll guys see more facts and everything I post.
COVID-19. Wait, what is this? Vaccine could come with a free bag of weed? What is this?
In Washington?
Yeah, Washington, yo.
I'm telling you, Seattle is out of control.
Yo, they really trying to get a certain type of demographic to take this vaccine.
What was the name of their city? They created it, Chad. When they liberated everything, it became Chad.
Chaz. That whole little lockdown.
They doing it differently over there, but they trying to get niggas.
And then next door they like basically legalized meth and heroin and all that. And
you can have some in small amounts. You can't just walk around with a key on you and be like, "Oh, this is for leisure, officer."
I was looking at this thing too. You guys said on Hollywood Unlocked, it said that there might be a new confirmed strand of COVID-19 that might be vaccine resistant.
COVID-20, baby.
COVID, yeah.
Man, all these vaccines that they're giving people right now, man.
They don't even know if it worked, bro. It's too early to tell
way too early.
everybody that it worked.
What do you guys think about those videos of the people who've taken it and are all look like they have like,
the June bug challenge?
Right? This is the June bug challenge.
I mean, like, there's a few, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a few people who have posted like videos and stuff of them after, like, of their parents or whoever who have got it and had these side effects. Like, would you guys take the vaccine?
I can't take the vaccine. Yeah. It's just, they've only been testing it for 5 months. They're supposed to like test the vaccine for like 3 years. Even with the new stuff, they say like 23 people died from it. I read from the Pfizer vaccine already. And then I just listening to like different doctors on like a Clubhouse and stuff. They're like talking about like if there's not 93% immunity, then it doesn't really work. Like if we don't get 93% immunity to the US, and then on top of that, like there's not enough vaccine. They're having a problem with getting enough of them out right now. I'm hearing as well, and a lot of people.
US is so fucking slow, bro.
A lot of people don't want to take it though. I'm hearing just a lot of people. I think they're going to be slow to take it. So it's not going to be as effective. I don't.
This hits me a little different because a lot of my family, like my mother, is a nurse. And, so she's kind of one of those frontline people. She actually did catch COVID from her patients at work.
Thanks.
And so it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to take it, but then if you're going to be around these people all day, you know what I'm saying? That's her job, so.
Yeah,
but she already got it. She's immune now.
For like 3 months. I mean, we really don't know what this thing does. So they say 3 months. Bro.
Yeah, they say immune for 3 months and then come back.
Yeah,
it's just not enough information for us to know about it. And we try to provide the solution. And I feel like it's almost like the solution, people getting the solution is just so people don't panic. Right. It's like we're going to find something so people can have a reason to say they're going to go back to work and the economy can keep on moving. Whether it works or not, we just need them to shut up and to work again so we can make our money.
Basically. They ain't trying to shut down. They ain't trying to shut down the whole fucking country like China did and get well again.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is, even with the vaccine, they're still requiring people who took the vaccine to wear a mask and also for them. All of that. So and to get tested. So it's like
because that's what the immunity thing when it says like 93% of immunity has to be installed throughout the nation in order for it to work. And if that doesn't happen, then it's pointless in taking the vaccine.
I think what they should have done was after they locked the country down for those 2 weeks, opened it back up, and whoever got immune and went on with life. I had it, and I got over it, and I was okay.
I think a lot of people have had it.
It's survival of the
Right.
fittest. It's survival of the fittest for a reason, yo. The
that
flu
black
take out as many people as it should do.
It's a flu pneumonia. It's like the flu and pneumonia mixed together. They basically made a hybrid strain and released it. But
Yeah,
remember what was
sus, like, it's
but
not
remember
sus.
what was going on before it got released. What was going on in China? All this stuff with Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is separate from the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah.
And what happened with that?
Yeah.
They released it.
Wuhan and shit. I feel like I caught that shit last Christmas Day last year. I felt like shit.
LA.
Oh my God. Not in 2020. I'm sorry, 2019.
Exactly.
Yo, oh my gosh. It was terrible.
November, December was the
Yeah.
high cases out here, but that was before everybody was really knowing exactly what it was. People were like, I have the flu, but this ain't the regular flu. Like,
Shit, man.
Yeah,
I drink my water, take my vitamins. I'm cool.
But this is the ad moment where you
That's
push
the ad for the 92 plus.
92 plus.
Take your CMOS. That shit kill Corona. You feel me?
Allegedly.
All right, so look. So Michael B. Jordan and wait, Steve Harvey's daughter are now
Lori.
official. What's her name?
Oh, bro, I'm waiting for that day because she move on so quick. Give me
Oh my God.
Lori, if you watch
Lori
this,
Harvey.
I commend Michael because he actually makes it look cool to be with her. Like, we all know what it is with her,
yeah.
but it's like, yo, come on, he does coach.
what is it with
commercials.
her? I missed that. one.
I don't get
So
it.
who was she with first? She was with Diddy, I know, and then she was with Justin.
I
right?
just found out the
Future.
other day she was with Diddy.
No,
when did
she
that
was with the
happen?
son first. I think.
Future,
She was with Future. Who else was
Trey
she with?
Songz.
Meek
Meek
Mill.
Mill talk about her all the
Damn.
time. Yeah.
Yo, she got a track
she
record
do
though.
got a track record. And all the girls in her comments like, "How you doing, this bitch? Like, give me some game." Like,
How to bag a rapper. She's probably gonna drop an ebook or something. Like
She's
You
that.
saw
only-
that
oh.
meme about the book, right? You
oh,
know how
word?
to-
I was joking.
They made a book almost like Steve Harvey's act like a lady, think like a man, or
Ah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And basically did it, and at the bottom put get that head, that bread,
and
then
leave. Hella leave.
Birkin.
Shorty's only 24 too, yo.
Hashtag.
She's
Oh
only
my
24. That's
God.
crazy.
Yeah,
She's
moving.
only 24.
Yeah,
That's why she's
She
dated
moving like
so
a
many.
boss.
and he's like 32.
How did she construct that image to go so well in her favor? I just feel like there's already like most girls, that they would have done that, they would have been like, why are you going through everybody? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody think that
Her
this
image
finna be her version of Sierra and Russell, like Michael B finna lock her up and set her straight.
That'd be
That's what
big.
everybody talking about. I'm like,
I don't know. Well, I mean, she's 24.
She's
The thing
24.
about it is, like, young girls, you gotta let a young girl be a young girl. She's gonna discover. Like, I feel like we're looking at this from an adult perspective. Like, yo, dang, why she out in the streets like that, bro? When you was 24, what was you trying to do?
Who said who? I'm out here in the streets with her. I'm 26. I'm closer than Michael B. I ain't your uncle. I'm right here.
Oh, I can't see it. Wait.
What that is?
Oh,
Can't see it. That's why they said Lori was with Michael because
Mr. Potato Head.
what in the hell?
Family Feud finna be nuts.
The comparison picture.
can't unsee it. Can't unsee it.
Can't
Family Feud
unsee
about
it.
to be nuts.
Yeah, we talking about getting Lori guts.
Oh my goodness.
You trying to get in Lori guts?
I'm
You like
good.
girls?
I'm good.
Oh, you conservative. You don't like girls.
Conservative women are sexy. Don't get it.
They are, but they don't like girls.
I got your hair tucked back and whatnot.
Some of them do.
Hey, someone do it. Hey, scandal.
They parents don't know not a damn thing about. They was the girls that went to church, right? And you got them alone on the weekend. Like, yo, it was good.
Catholic school. Where'd you what kind of school did you go to?
I went to a public school.
Okay.
Like that girl in that long
I only went to
skirt.
Catholic school. I went to a Catholic school only one
Onto
year.
her ankles.
Only 1 year in 8th grade. But other than that, and I didn't like it.
What
But
year did y'all lose y'all virginity?
I was
What year? I can remember the age.
Yeah.
Damn.
Age
what
is what I
year?
meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you don't want to say that you don't want to date people in this motherfucker.
I'm
I'm
over
like,
here.
year?
16.
16? 16.
Oh, mine wasn't until 18. I was late.
Conservative.
you weren't late. You were on time.
Oh my God, I was
I
very
wish I
conservative.
would. I still wish I was a virgin. No, 15.
15.
There's churches out here.
Conservative.
Damn,
See
she
what
was
happened to the
pimping.
conservative girl?
She
She
was
did it
pimping.
before all of us.
Mine no.
I was late.
Right.
I was late. Okay, so look, you guys. Drake surpasses 50 billion streams. How y'all feeling? His bank account.
Bro, he been the GOAT.
Oh wow.
50 billion. Well, I don't feel like the vast majority of his music or money comes from music, but I feel like his music is what makes him pop.
How you guys feel about them saying that the radio doesn't matter anymore for artists like Drake, and that like the new Lil Baby era is coming next?
Artists like Drake. Yeah, Drake don't need
Is
the
that
radio, but Lil Baby might need the radio.
But I feel like when you live in a place like out here, a lot of us stream, but there's still middle of America and stuff like that where people like on some regular ass shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, dude, you got to tune into the radio. You know what I'm saying?
There's a whole demographic.
Like your fans streaming.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that like it's not Drake's era anymore, that it's the Little Baby era. So it's like more of like the TikToker online stuff.
Well, the thing is, people thinking in the sense of that, but Drake is international. You know what I'm saying? That he's really well. My handle is world famous, but Drake is really world famous. I don't think they know the baby like they know Drake. Granted, Drake has had his run, but you know what I'm saying? He could hop on the track with anybody, you know what I'm saying? And he's in a position to put other artists on, not just like rappers.
And has Drake put out a bad album yet?
Hey, that's debatable.
Go ahead, debate it.
I'm not. Hey, I'm good. I got to stay neutral.
He need that feature. Make sure I produce that beat.
He put out the Lucy's and people was still slapping that shit.
James Harden to the Nets, you guys.
You rocking the hat, aren't you?
I got the hat on.
It's all crooked like T.I. and shit too.
It's crooked. I gotta say it like that's how you know niggas old. You got the crooked hat.
Yo, he got on top back. He got on the lucky ascott too.
Bringing that. I
think that's his new steez. He looked like a ghetto train conductor.
like part of the Scooby Doo gang.
Scooby Dooby. Where are you?
Hey, remix.
Hey, yo.
But Harden to the Nets though. I think that's like a headache and a half. Who the fuck gonna take the last shot?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of ball hogs.
Well, they traded Chris Paul, I thought too, right? No.
It's Kyrie, KD, and James, and they got rid of Karis LeVert and what's that big nigga name? Alec. They got rid of the tall dude who's hella good. Got an afro.
We don't see. I just really want to see I want to see how it meshes. I still want to see how it meshes. I feel like now it's really going to be a solid East versus West conference because I'm tired of seeing the same two teams play each other like every year. It's like, bro, we get it. Y'all good.
The problem is though is that James can't play off the ball. And Kyrie can, but Kyrie want the ball in his hands. So that's where the problem is. KD can do it all, but there's gonna be some headaches and a half over there.
KD's an alien. I'm convinced he's not built like a human, dogs.
Durantula. Durantula. Call that nigga the Durantula for a reason.
Durantula. Travis Scott versus Future.
Damn.
In a versus?
Versus Future. Yeah.
Future.
Probably. Yeah, Future. Bro, I was
but you know, I'm such a Travis Scott fan, though.
I feel like we all are.
But in what way? Like, versus, like, I don't know. I would never put them two.
I just feel the music is better from Travis Scott.
But I would never have them battle each other.
The music is better from Travis Scott, but in a versus, like, it's like a battle. Like, who's finna play better slaps than the next person? And Future.
But you gonna hear Future.
The other day I didn't even realize I typed in Future on Spotify. I was riding out for like an hour straight Future. I feel like I could get like a solid 20, 25.
You know what? Do they let you use songs that you've written though? Because then it really is. Then it is.
I mean, I guess it's performance wise.
Because Future has written for a lot of people too, right?
They do read.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Unless it's at the parameters that way, because Travis got some credits too.
Yeah, Travis Scott is fucking GOAT. Yeah, man.
Too young.
I
don't want to say fucking GOAT.
Yeah, he's getting his bag though.
He's
in his bag. He the prince.
He's in his bag, man. He's a GOAT. He bagged Kylie Jenner.
He got Kylie Jenner, so that makes him.
He's a GOAT. Look, he bagged the bag.
Kanye getting divorced.
Yeah,
that whole thing is scandalous.
I saw that.
Remember Jefferee Star? How feel about that Jefferee Star?
That's interesting. I mean,
hey, how you feel about that?
He's really fashion, so I don't know. I want to support it.
He had to come back and say that he wasn't frigging with him, but that definitely would change my opinion of Kanye if he
and then say that he got all the rappers in his DMs.
And he said,
Kanye wasn't it, but all the other rappers, boy,
all the other rappers are in his DMs.
I got a question. Oh wait, that kind of just shooting something out here. 50 Cent also, he's been coming at Young Buck. If you remember, he was a former member of G Unit for saying like, yo, you know, he's been sleeping with trannies and stuff like that.
I think that kind of swept under the rug though, huh? Young Buck in the trannies.
I ain't hear that.
There's a lot of rappers with trannies. We got with Shingy,
Bobby Valentino.
Let's go down the list.
I thought it was Ja. I thought Ja was one of them.
Well, yeah,
Bobby Valentino was one.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. What Bow Wow?
Wasn't there a picture going around with Bow Wow? I swear there was a picture going around with Bow Wow. Well, he slid in one DMs and they was roasting him.
Put it this way.
Oh, well, listen.
Any artist in Atlanta is can get tricked. I'm pretty sure.
Can
especially
get tricked?
now. LA and Atlanta, a guy could get tricked. I've you know, I know a couple guys. I know a guy who told me. I'm not gonna say his name because some of y'all know him, but he said he got tricked, and it was a guy, and he didn't know. I mean, nothing had happened. He said, but he said he found out.
Real quick and be like, yeah, baby.
That's
But the surgeries and everything.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie too. I was scrolling down Beagle one day. You know that live stream app.
Yeah.
I clicked right on one of these pictures because I was like, "Oh, this bitch bad." And then her voice was deeper than mine. I said, "Oh, hell no!"
I was at Lenox Mall one time. And I was buying a chain with them little fake chains, and then this dude came up to me and he was like, "Hey, my sister want to holler at you." I was like, "Your sister want to holler at me?" And then I saw this girl coming through, and she was like, "Hey, my name Marquisha." That's a typical ATL story.
Especially at Lenox Mall. I used to work there.
Oh my God, that's
oh my
crazy.
gosh, I worked there. I remember in like 2006, 2007, I was working at Aldo in Lenox Mall, and some guy comes in and he's like, do you have a size 12? And I'm like, no. And women's? No. Like, we don't carry size 12 in women's. You think you're going to walk up in here and get some heels that are size 12? No, it's not going to happen.
She wanted a men's 12.
He had an attitude. Right. Yeah, he had a straight attitude about it. He's like,
gotta go to the big and tall section for that.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but it usually don't come in like size 12s. Like, do you go to a shoe store and usually find size 18?
You gotta order. You gotta be like,
no.
hey, you gotta order them online.
You ain't got no size 17 back there, B9? Size 17 back there?
Well, it looks like that's going to be the wrapping of our first episode. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is season 1, episode 1 of the Kalloway Show. Come back and see us next episode. Bang, bang, bang. Come on now,
This that Kalloway show. 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 This that Kalloway show.
How long was that?
15 minutes.
Wow, that was 15 minutes.